Today we're going to go play golf at the Derby or Derby Golf Club. It's an 11-hole course, which is kind of weird, but you can play 9 or 18 holes. I don't think we're going to record it. We might. We'll see. It's going to be hot today, so we're going to just play 9 holes. Alright, well we just finished 9 holes at the Boabs in Derby. Course is really nice actually. It's luscious greens, a little bit slow the greens, are probably a little bit fluffy, but you know, all things considered, it's a really good nick. I did a 59, Sonia did a 63, so neither of us scored very well today, but you know, we had a good time. It is ridiculously hot. We're both absolutely wrecked, so looking forward to a nice cold water. We're just coming to the town of Derby, and we're going to check out the wharf / jetty. Derby has the biggest tides in all of Australia. So yeah, there's some kind of critters down there in the water. I'm freaking out. I think everything looks like a croc. Anyway, have a look at some mangroves. There's definitely some kind of stuff down there moving around. Sonia and I are just looking at this current and saying it looks like a river, and it does look like a river, but it's a tide. It's not a river. What the? It wouldn't be a trip to the Kimberley without a trip to the prison Boab tree. Yeah, basically the story was that it was used as a prison. People were locked in there, which isn't very cool, but it's apparently over 1,000 years old. You'd think with all the damage it's taken over the years that it wouldn't be very healthy. And maybe it's not, but it's still got some leaves. Not sure if you can make it out, but it looks like there's a beehive in there. There's heaps of bees hooning in and out. Coming up here on our right is the longest cattle trough in the Southern Hemisphere. A length of 150 metres. And some other interesting facts which I've forgotten. Have a look. Pretty cool. Apparently it's the spring outputs 40% of its previous volume or something, so now it's fed by a windmill. Still. There's still water getting pumped out. Pretty cool. We've just made it to the beginning of the Gibb River Road. This is a sealed section, so it should be pretty easy. Still kind of in two minds about how, or whether we should be even doing this. I think we're just gonna see how it goes, and if it's shit, we'll just turn around and come back. Neither of us really want to have to put up with hours of corrugations and damaging our stuff, so we'll give it a go. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, I guess.
So today we are travelling further down the Gibb River Road than we've ever been.
Yeah, we had a few false starts. Well, kind of one false start really, but hopefully that's all behind us. We don't have any more major issues. We've got the details of somebody who can hopefully help us fix the camper properly in Kununurra. So we only have to make it across the most treacherous road in all of Australia to get there. How hard could that be?
I don't know if it's the most treacherous.
Well, I feel like it's
definitely notorious.
It's definitely got a reputation.
Anyway, currently looks amazing. Still on the bitumen.
Yeah, there's going to be some sealed road for the next, I don't know, I guess 100 k's or so, and then you know, I think it turns to gravel pretty soon after that. And from all accounts, it sounds like it's in reasonable condition. So yeah, I guess guess everyone's got their own opinion on what's reasonable though.
To be continued.
We're doing our first attraction on the Gibb River Road, Tunnel Creek. Apparently there's some crocs in there, freshies only though. Just met a couple, they reckon it wasn't too cold. So, well, we'll see how that is. But it is a bit more full than it has been in recent years. So it's a bit more of a swim, but it's okay. Got the pool noodles ready to go. Sonia's already cringing at the thought of having to use a pool noodle. She judges people for using pool noodles. But is this actually going to be a tunnel noodle and that's okay?
Well, I think when it's dark and there's crocs around, I might be happy to have a flotation device.
Yeah, samesies. Heaps of people here. So you figure if there's a hungry croc, they've already been fed. Shouldn't joke about it, but you know.
Big
Yes.
croc five. Which way are you swinging that noodle, mate?
Yeah, I reckon we'll be okay. Oh, we've got a steady shot issue. Alright, we've made it to the beginning of the tunnel. It looks dark and deep. Yep, there's some fish. Is that a lizard's tail? What is that? It's a lot like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Alright, into the tunnel we go. Apparently it's not too cold.
I'm on filming duties.
Yeah, I'm on drowning duties. Shouldn't joke about it.
We're going in there.
It's murky.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's real murky.
Haven't seen any crocs yet though.
No. That's cold. It's not too cold. It's pretty cold.
Just past the critical mass. Here we are, noodling along in the tunnel with crocodiles. Like a waterfall with all sorts of lime on it. It's awesome. So when you're in these end chambers, they've got all the stalactites coming down.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Hopefully it shows up on video.
Yeah, I have to kind of blaze it with my light.
Yeah, it's pretty dark in here.
Still yet to see any crocodiles. Quite happy about that.
Yep.
And this is the end of the tunnel. Andrew in his see-through togs. Lucky it's dark.
Yeah, that was heaps cooler than I thought it was going to be. I've seen heaps of videos of Tunnel Creek and I don't think any of them really do it justice. And I'm sure this one probably won't either. But that was really cool. Some of the rock formations in there were amazing. It was just the size of it. It's huge. It's quite impressive.
Well, yeah, usually everyone only talks about the crocs.
Yeah, we didn't see any crocs. Well, we saw some eyes that weren't moving, so we thought maybe that was a croc. But
the actual tunnel itself is pretty impressive.
yeah, the tunnel's cool. Anyway, we'll got to the other end now. That actually looks more crocky than in the tunnel, so we'll turn around and go back.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see that because of the sun, but
So we're at Silent Grove Campground, just near Bells Gorge, and this rocked in this morning. Presuming it's going to rescue that truck. Somebody's just had an expensive end to their holiday. Let's hope that the same thing doesn't happen to us. We're on our way to Bell Gorge. Apparently 3k's return all up, I think. Sometimes a bit hard to interpret the signs, whether the first part is included in the total distance or whatever. But anyway, we're going to go check that out. Hopefully go for a swim. Got the noodle. Yeah, it's really hot. And it looks like it's an uphill climb back to the car park, which is going to be a bit shit. That's alright. Have a cold shower back at the campsite. There was somebody getting towed out of the campground this morning. Looks like their truck broke down. I was going to try and record more of it, but I felt a bit bad for the people who were getting towed. I got a little bit of recording done though. And in some ways it was kind of sad and kind of freaky, and you know, I was thinking what's going to happen if that happens to us, but at the end of the day you just get towed out, pay the $5,000 and deal with it like that. We didn't really know too much about this walk before we did it, so, and because it's a gorge, we were sort of tossing up whether to wear the hiking boots or the aqua socks, or rock hoppers as we call them. But I'm definitely glad we went with the hiking shoes because it's really rocky. And Sonia was reading about somebody who broke their ankle somewhere on the Gibb River Road. Well, we assume broke. They had to get flown out by the Royal Flying Doctors back to, I think they went to Broome, then to Perth or something. Anyway, massive ordeal. So yeah, they're hot and they're a bit cumbersome, but I mean, I'd just rather not have to worry about breaking my ankle quite as much. You just feel way better just cruising over stones with good solid shoes. We made it, and it's about 1.5 k's in, so 1.5 k's back, 3 k's round trip. Have a look. Pretty good. And all those people swimming, to me, says croc safe.
Croc wise. So I'm in charge of GoPro water activities, so we'll see if we can get out somewhere near the falls.
It's actually colder than I was expecting, but that's alright, once we're in it'll be all good.
We're noodling over to the waterfall. Growing up in New Zealand I would never swim in murky water, but it's so hot here, you don't really have an option, do ya?
What?
How's it going back there, Andrew?
It's going great. Can you tell I've got a noodle? It's hidden noodle.
Secret noodle. Explain to me what's happening, Andrew.
Alright, Sonia doesn't reckon that I'm a sinker, but I've been telling her for years that I just sink. So I've got a noodle under me. This is natural buoyancy plus noodle.
So the situation is, Andrew's going to have 2 noodles and I'll have none.
No, I refuse. I don't need it. Alright.
All those paid off, Mum. What was that?
I said it seems dangerous and Mum would not be happy about this.
My mum wouldn't care.
Our mums are different.
Ooh, quite a strong current here. I actually can't swim up there without turning the GoPro off. I can't swim over there.
We are heading to Galvin's Gorge on the Gibb River Road. It's all pretty burnt out through here, but apparently it's a nice swimming hole, so hopefully we can go have a little splash around. Of the 3 people we've spoken to, we've got a 2 against 1 vote for awesome. One person reckon it wasn't very good, 2 people reckon it's amazing, so stay tuned, find out.
So this is Galvin's Gorge Pool, quite a spectacular little pool actually. Gonna head in for a swim. So from water level, this is the fall view. A bit of clarity in the water than yesterday. Noodling. Noodling. What do you think of Galvin's Gorge, Andrew?
Pretty good. Yeah, that's actually really good. It's not too far to walk. It was probably like maybe 10 minutes.
The water's not that cold.
The water's really nice, it's clear, it's deep. There's a few people.
A bit of waterfall. There's a swing. The water's clearer than yesterday.
Yeah, all around, it's pretty good. We're on our way to Manning Gorge. We're staying at the Manning Gorge campground. And yeah, it's pretty spectacular morning. But when we started this walk, we sort of, there's another bunch of people that crossed the river before us, and they just started heading off, and we just started following them, and it was completely the wrong way. So yeah, if anyone's ever doing the Manning Gorge walk, don't follow where all the footsteps go. If you want to go, follow the pink ribbons and white arrows on the rock. So you got to cross a little river, creek, stream to get in to this zone to do the walk. And it's a really nice river for a swim and everything, but we went down there last night with the torch, see if we could spot any crocs. I think I saw 2 crocs. Definitely saw some glowing yellowy white eyes peering back at us. So yeah, just freshwater crocs though. If there's a salty in there, there's no way it wouldn't have eaten somebody by now, because there's heaps of people swimming. When we checked in at the Mount Barnett Roadhouse, they said, oh, don't try and do the walk after midday, A lot of their other stuff says don't do it after 2. And I guess the reasoning that they say is because it gets dark real quick in the dry season. And you know, and the heat, yeah, of course, but mostly it gets dark. And now that we're on this walk, you can definitely see how people could easily get disoriented wandering around up here. Because in a lot of places the track is quite clearly marked, but in some other places, you know, there's a few places that look like track but aren't, or the track just sort of vanishes over the rocks. Yeah, I can understand why they give you the warning.
This is the falls. There's a guy up there, he's going to jump off. There's no way I would do that. Would you do that, Andrew?
Oh, it depends how high it's going. Probably not that high.
No.
Only from that ledge over there.
But a big one just went round the corner over. Look at this guy.
We're on the walk back to the campsite from Manning Gorge. I think all round, well worth the walk. It was a really nice swim. It was cool. There's heaps of room down there, even though there's heaps of people. There's the walk's reasonably easy, but there is one little bit at the end near the pool where you've got to sort of hoist yourself up onto a rock. But other than that, it was alright. Oh yeah, and there was heaps of fish down there too, quite big ones. I don't know what sort they were or if you're allowed to catch them, but there was heaps of fish.
And leeches.
Oh yeah, and some of the pools have leeches in them. One of our mates that we met on this trip went into the other pool and ended up with some leeches on his leg. So yeah, that's not very cool. They're only tiny ones, but still gross. I'm sure the GoPro with its wide lens doesn't really do this justice, but it's an amazing view. Huh. There's a marker over there, that's weird. So this is the river that you got to cross. Sonia's done the needful and gone and got us a tub to bring our stuff back over.
About to do the Barnett River crossing.
Yes, quietly myself about this, but fingers crossed we don't have any dramas.
We just had some friends go through and gave it, and some people stopped and told us the line, so we should be good.
And I've walked it, so
It's what four-wheel drive action would do.
yeah, head for the tree and then wait for the dip. We just stopped for a quick rest at the turn off to Mitchell Falls in Columbaroo at the rest area here, and it's pretty hilarious. We were the only ones here and now there's like 4 other people. It's pretty funny. Anyway, it's a nice little spot. But yeah, it's pretty funny when you're in the middle of nowhere and you haven't seen anyone for ages, and then like a whole bunch of people turn up. Classic. just when I wanted to record something in the Serenity too. Oh well. Just leaving Ellen Bray. The scones were good. I think there's a lot of people heading back because of this rain that we're supposed to be having, and lots of people procrastinating. Nobody really wants to go because it's a bit of a downer, but also the roads are pretty rough. Really wish I could have stayed here a bit longer. It was quite cool.
Just so if we ever decide to do this route again, this can remind us why we don't want to do it. How fun is it driving it?
It's really not fun at all. You can't enjoy any of it. It's just so rough. And people were saying, oh, it's not that bad. And maybe it's not, but it's too rough for me.
Check it out. The old aerial. No, 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 no. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And of course, the moment I start filming, it's not as bad.
Yeah. Maybe just keep recording then.
Yeah.
And then you can't see shit. Rock. More rocks.
To be fair though, it's only really this end that's been really shit. The other end was kind of better.
The other end was shit, but it wasn't as shit as this.
About to enter the Pentecost River crossing. How are you feeling?
It doesn't look too bad, but you just never know. So we'll give it a crack.
Scenery is spectacular.